Hi, welcome back to Q Entertainment, where we continue to play Magic the Gathering. And today there's a whole bunch of quests. So we'll basically a bunch of land we need to play and then blue or red spells. So we will just pick a blue or red deck, spell power, and we'll just play with that deck. See if we can continue to unlock some rewards, as we've been doing in most of our videos. Okay, we're up against Dangerous Jr. 3776. It's not the greatest hand. We'll need to draw blue land. It's a bit of a risk, I think. Let's take a mulligan. That's a bit better. You have to discard something. This expensive 5 mana. Whenever you cast your first spell, you can copy it. It's great, but it's 5 mana. We'll play this dual land first up. Tapped land. Opponent plays a Fabled Passage, fetches White Plains. We get to play an opt unless we draw into something. Opponent also has an island. Maybe they have them crabs with mull. Okay, we drew and anticipate. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand and the rest. I think we'll... Yeah, why not? So we get a shock on the bottom. So let's take the shock. Next turn we can play opt. We also have a Merfolk Secret Keeper. Target player mulls 4 cards. We can play that. Let's first get our opt, scry and draw a card. It's basically a spell that lets us draw 4 cards. It's nice, but for 6 mana, not the best card for now. Another tapped land. Guess we shouldn't have played the land yet. Sort of forget that. Let's see, flying prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 end of turn. Yeah. Also, playing it lets us scry. Okay, the opponent counters that. Okay, I see. It was cheaper because of because we already played a spell. They have a Shacklegeist, can block only creatures with flying. Tap 2 untapped spirits you control, which will allow them to then tap target creature you don't control. Let's see, it's shock. Give it the shock treatment. And we'll make the opponent mull 4 cards. Why not? And get it on the battlefield. It's a decent blocker. If the opponent has anything. Okay, they play a Skyclave Apparition. So if we play this, we can return something. Is there anything? Maybe the anticipate or the opt. Also, we get to create an X token. Which will already be quite big. Let's see. Let's get anticipate back. That's what I need. Cards. I thought maybe this was a flying creature. That would have been quite nice, but it's just non-flying. It's fine. Still good though. Not bad, but flying's always cool. Okay, opponent Brazen borrows our token. Return target non-land permanent to an opponent control to its owner's hand. So, because it's a token, it just disappeared. So there's a creature, land, and a creature Wolverine. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1 counter. This one has double strike. Both are pretty good, but this one could get bigger. Actually, now that I think about it, the other one would be double strike is better. It's fine. They take it with a Skyclave Apparition. So we can play the Shard Typhoon. I don't think I've played it before. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can create a blue shark creature token with flying, where X is the spell's converted mana cost, or you can cycle it and then you create a shark shark token with flying. So if we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we could play it, but we don't really have any. Don't really have any other spells that will sort of trigger the shark, so maybe just cycle it to create a flying shark token. And also we get to draw a card. Loyalty abilities of Planeswalkers. Your opponent control cost 1 more to activate. We don't really have loyalty abilities, but let's cycle it. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we can pay 5. I think that's how that works. Get a nice big shark. Flying shark token. Hopefully they don't have any more Brazen Borrowers. Or this Dragonfire deals 3 damage to creature or Planeswalker. If that creature or Planeswalker would die, exile it. So goodbye to the Skyclave Apparition, and we get back. We don't get back, but we get a token, which is fine, I guess. They have first strike, so we won't attack there. But a nice big 5/5 shark is going to be a problem for the opponent. Definitely something they would need to address. Hopefully they don't, but I'm assuming they will. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Okay. Again, we get to bring something back. We bring back the Dragonfire. Or, yeah, we might as well. It's sort of the strongest card. Or we can play this again. It's difficult. I'll bring back the Opt. We sort of need something better. Another Opt is not quite exactly where we need. Or land. But might as well attack for 3. Are they going to block and pump there? No. They decided to sort of sacrifice it. Again, they return another token to hand, we draw another land. Okay, they returned 2 creatures to the opponent's hand, which were 2 of our tokens. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, draw a card. That would be nice if we had spells to cast. But it will return up to 1 target non-spirit creature to its owner's hand. Okay. A block. Will not be able to really achieve anything. Stolen by the Fae. Return target creature with converted mana cost X to its owner's hand. You create an X blue fairy creature token with flying. So let's do it with this one. If we can. That's 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think we can. That's 5. And I won't attack. Could use it to block the Eidolon of obstruction. They'll probably will, yeah, they'll return the Wave Break Hippocamp. Now we at least have a bunch of flying blockers. We could double, triple block this and it will get rid of it. It's okay. So this says whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, draw a card. So let's... If we could attack for 3 and one of them will be blocked. But one of them will get through. So it's tough. Just attack with 2. I think the opponent will block 1. Surely, and then 1 will get through at least. Need to keep doing damage to the opponent. Hopefully we get to play this opt in the opponent's turn. We get to draw a card twice. One for the Wave Break Hippocamp's ability, and one for the Scry. Tap up to target creatures that aren't untapped. Yeah, that seems like a good spell. And seems like a, as I say, first time when you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn. Okay, so I won't play it. I'll play it next turn. You get to draw more cards. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may have roll form become a 3/3 Sphinx creature with flying in addition to its other type until end of turn. Seems like a good spell, and it has 3 mana for a Scry. Actually, I should have played this first. I didn't read the text. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1 counter on spell Gorger Weird. Would have been better to play this before the riddle form. Okay, the opponent does counters a spell, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, target player draws a card. Wow, lots of things. So they countered the spell, so if we play this, we want this, because we want to play Frostbreath, so we need to leave 3 mana open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can't play both. Attacks in turn. So I'm going to press control for full control so that we can play this hopefully before the opponent declares attackers. Play this. And we'll tap both of those so they don't get to attack this turn. Still a long way away, and now they've played a Thassa. As long as your devotion is blue, this isn't a creature. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 other creature card you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. Tap another target creature, okay? So we get to... No, not this turn. Get to Dragonfire something. Hopefully this Roaming Ghostlight, which will reduce the opponent's devotion to blue and turn Thassa into an enchantment again. This is quite a thing to deal with. It's indestructible and all sorts of things. Whenever they play a Ghostly Pilferer, when it becomes untapped, you may pay 2. When it becomes untapped, you may pay 2 mana. If you do, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand, draw a card. Lots of things this opponent plays now. Which item to one target non-spiritual. Okay, so actually I could have played my Dragon Fire. It's unfortunate, that was just too late. Silly. Does this... Okay, deactivates the Thassa. It's good. In a way. Let's get this on the battlefield. We don't have any more spells to cast, unfortunately. And if I attack with the Hippocamp, they'll block it, kill it. Maybe they wouldn't want to get rid of it, actually. It has quite an ability when it becomes untapped. They get to draw another card. Okay, they play another Ghostlight. The opponent is really just beating us with a card draw at this point. I think this turn I'll take the 6 damage. Maybe we get more tokens by next turn. No, they'll probably, yep, they'll keep doing this. Return all our cards to our hand. Quite annoying. But we get to play lots of spells at least. Not sure if that was in the quest. Okay, we only draw a land. Perfect. And we won't attack, because it's just a 1-1. I'll just block it with something. So they could use this ability to tap something. They play another Brazen Borrower. Mazemind Tome, which lets them scry and draw cards. And then I think also get life. We'll block the Thassa and... we can't block that thing, we'll block this thing. And we'll take 6 damage. Not really what we wanted to draw. Play the Spell Gorger. Maybe to block. Yeah, that's a good game. Opponent simply needs to attack at this point. They've sort of done it. That was a relatively good game. I think 1 or 2 cards might have turned the game in our favor, maybe like an exile card or something. Can we get gold experience a pack? So we've completed 1 quest, so we just need to play lands. So we could play any color, but we might as well continue playing the same color. Blue and red, interesting colors, nothing wrong with them. Okay, we have a match. Entropion. Okay, 3 lands, different colors, it seems fine. Cheap spells to be able to cast them. So we could start with an opt. Scry 1. Draw a card. Maybe let's get the opponent mulling their cards. Okay, they seem to have green and white spells. Giant Killer, Mysterious, Pathlighter, and each creature you control that has an adventure enters the battlefield with an additional counter on it. So this is going to be a adventure deck. Let's kill their innkeeper. I want them to drawing lots of cards. Okay, we have a Brazen Borrower. That would have been handy in the previous game. They have another one. And another one. So potentially lots of card draw for the opponent. I think I want to get the Spell Gorger on the battlefield. So when we cast all these sorceries and instants, it can grow, hopefully. If they don't have another Giant Killer. Which just destroys target creature with power 4 or greater. Yeah, that's going to be tough to deal with if they have that. Not sure if we have counter spells. Just thinking if we do get this thing to be big. Okay, the opponent attacks, so they must have some kind of pump spell. So I won't block. It's probably they have something up their sleeve. Yep. Let's play a blue land. And Merfolk, and we'll scry and draw a card. Yeah, we'll take the Dragonfire. And we'll end the turn there. Maybe we need to get rid of the innkeepers. They're drawing lots of cards. And I think card draw can definitely change the outcome of a game. Might could have played it previous turn, but it's fine. Okay, we get a double vision. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, copy that spell. Now that's unfortunate, we didn't get that the previous turn. Okay, so we can play the Brazen Borrower next turn. And if I read this correctly, we're able to play this twice. So able to return things to their hands. Let's see, do we want to? We don't really want to return this to their hand because they would then get to play the instant again. We can return this to our hand. We can return... no, we cannot, so it's ours. Definitely the innkeeper. And this, they don't have the mana to play this, so I don't want them to have this again. They tap us, and I want to tap our guy. And we might as well play Horror. Attack with the 6/6. Does a good amount of damage. Okay, they banish Spell Gorger, and it looks like it loses all its counters. That's unfortunate. Let's play the Anticipate. Okay, then we get to play it twice, which is nice. We'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that as well. So to play both, we'll need 6. So this one lets us create a thing where X is the number of instant or sorcery spells, which is 4. Then you may return an instant or spell from the graveyard to your hand. Yeah, let's do that. So I think we'll get to play it twice also. Wait, this is... No, let's cancel. Oh, we can't cancel. Oh, shucks. It's okay. Let's get the Dragonfire. And we might as well attack for 3. So we'll get to play the Dragonfire and get to play it twice. Let's see what the Stormwing entity. Scry 2. Okay. So if we play the Dragonfire, this will become a cheaper spell. And we'll get to kill both of these. Sort of perfect. Kill the Wanomia and the Innkeeper. And play the Stormwing entity. Okay, we don't want the temple. So, no, if we keep this, we can do it next turn. We can scry 1 and draw a card twice because of the double vision. The opponent plays an Iron Scale Hydra. If a creature would deal combat damage to Iron Scale, prevent the damage and put a 1/1 counter on Hydra Scale. I'm not sure how do you get around that? It's crazy. So if we play this, we'll get to draw 8 cards. Well, that will certainly give us things to do. A couple of lands, a couple of shocks. Let's play the tapped land. Let's see if we have... Yeah. Might as well attack for 4. And we need to discard a card. I think maybe a land can go. So we can play a Wolverine, can play a Shock. Or an Anticipate. So we'll just block to not take too much damage. Riddle Form. You may have Riddle Form become a 3/3 creature with flying. And we do something else. Shock does 2 damage. So we'll be able to play it twice. Riddle Form. Anticipate. I think Shock. Although it's not really going to save us anything at this point. So maybe we anticipate. See, the experimental overlord I think will be good. And tap up to 2 target creatures, that seems good. So if we leave 3 mana open, they can't attack next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can cast something maybe with 3 mana cost. So we'll attack. And we'll end the turn. Put full control so that we get to play this before they declare their attackers. Then they put double strike on it, which is fine. We get to tap up to 2 target creatures. They got to untap theirs. So we could block and kill it. Yeah, might as well. It's not really saving us anything. Opponent says good game. We can't. Oh, so this can. Oh, actually, I didn't think of that. We can just straight to the opponent, and that's good game. This deck actually has quite a lot of like cards that complement each other quite well. Maybe more powerful than I expected. Sort of thought. Okay, we're pretty close to completing this quest, but this one probably will take 2 more games. But I think I'll end the video there for now. I hope you enjoyed that, and see you in the next video.